everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be doing some updates on some products that I haven't used in a while. Want to let you know my thoughts on them, whether I'm still using them, they're still part of my collection. A couple of sample products that I have not used before, and the Suqqu 06 eyeshadow palette. So if you're interested in seeing all of that, just stay tuned. Hey everybody, so as I said in my intro, today we're gonna be doing some updates on some products that I haven't used in quite some time. I don't wanna let you know my thoughts on them. I'm gonna use a couple of sample products, which I have not tried before. And then I'm gonna be using the Suqqu 06 eyeshadow palette. I have the 06 and the 05 left to do dedicated videos on. So let's go ahead and dive in. Pull my hair back. Today we're going to use the ABH Luminous Foundation. This is a foundation that I honestly don't remember exactly why I picked it up. I want to be really honest, I don't remember because it's been a while. But I do actually really like the foundation. I think it works really well for me. I think it gives really good coverage. I think it's luminous. I like it very much. It's not something you hear a lot about, and I don't know if that's just because it's the ABH brand, and right now, you know, ABH is not as popular. This is the BK Beauty 101 brush. So I don't know if that's it, or people just don't like the foundation, but I have to say, I like it. I have it in 140N. It is a little bit warmer than some of my foundations that I have because it's more of that neutral tone. But I do like it. I do feel like it's a pretty good match for me. It may be a little warm for my skin tone, but I like having some foundations that aren't necessarily cool. We've had this conversation about how hard I am to match. So I think it's a little bit too much, a little too yellow, but it's okay. But the formula and the foundation, I think, really looks good. I like the way it feels on my skin. I think it looks really, really nice. The one thing that I would say about it though is this is the luminous foundation. I wouldn't say it's necessarily luminous. I would say it's more just like a nice natural skin look. It doesn't really look luminous on me. Maybe it looks luminous on other people. But for me, I just get more of like a skin-like look. Maybe that's because my skin is so dry. I'm not absolutely sure. But anyway, I do really like it, and I think it's a really, really nice foundation. I've been using it for quite some time, and I haven't liked it any less over that time. So if you're looking for a good foundation that isn't too dewy, but doesn't, you know, dry out dry skin, I think this is a great choice. Next, we're going to use the Chantecaille Radiance Gel Bronzer. I don't use this very often on the channel, but it's actually a great bronzer. It's a gel, like I just said, and it comes off at first very deep. But as you'll see in a moment, you don't have to worry about the fact that it's gonna be too deep for you if you are pale skinned like I am. You can see it shears out quite easily. But if you want something deeper, you can do that as well. Now I'm using my fingers. I often go in with a sponge, which I'll do in a minute. And I'm putting it a little bit higher than I would put contour, but I'm also using it as a contour, so I kind of use it as both. I slowly build the color on my face, and I can always add more if I want to. But I think you can see that's just a really nice, pretty glow. If I wanted to go deeper, I could build it up more. I just think it goes on beautifully. It looks really nice. It has like a radiance to it. I really like it. I think it's an excellent product. Their cheek gel is excellent as well. It's just not something I use that often, and I honestly don't know why. Like, there's not a reason except to say that I have a lot of products. I think that's really all it is. Okay, next is the Clos de Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer. This is in 101 Moon Shimmer. This was from the holiday collection that came out. And I didn't particularly love last year's holiday collection. However, I didn't love the holiday collection. That's not to say that I didn't love this, because the luminizers that they have for their face, are always beautiful. I'm going in with the Sonia G Designer Pro. They're always just gorgeous. These powders are stunning. Now I'm gonna go in a little heavy-handed with it, and then I'll buff it out a little bit. But I want you to see, like, it's very shimmery, but it's just such a beautiful powder. Now, you can use this all over the face. I am using it more as like a highlight here, but I hope you can see it. I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. It has this luminosity that you really just don't get with practically any other product, maybe the meteorites. So hopefully you can see that. I think the camera picks it up. Just how pretty that is and what a luminosity it gives to the skin. If you're somebody who doesn't really like that luminosity or doesn't really like glow, glitter, you're not gonna like this product because it does have almost, it looks like little particles of like pearl in there. If you don't like that, then you won't like this, but you know, I'm not like a glitter person. I'm not a heavy highlighter person, and I love the way their luminizers look. Okay, then we're gonna go in with the Baby Cheeks from Westman Atelier. I did a video dedicated to them, and you saw that, many of you I'm sure saw that they are available on Sephora now. This is the shade Mimi. Now, I wanted to show you guys this because a lot of you have asked me about it. Mimi is not available at the moment on Sephora. At least I don't think it is. Last time I checked, I didn't see it. So this came in the holiday box that came out. And so my understanding is that it's not available right now. I'm hoping it will be available by itself on Sephora. So I'll keep an eye out for you guys. But it's a beautiful shade. It's just the perfect, like, rosy, brownish, a little bit pink. It's gorgeous. And I have to say, I really enjoy the Westman Atelier products. As I said, I did a dedicated video to them. I also have the highlighters, the compact highlighters, not just the stick highlighters. Peau de Pêche and Peau de Rose, which are also stunningly beautiful. So I would highly recommend pretty much anything in the Westman Atelier line, since we're talking about it. Okay, so let's get into eyes. As I said, today we're gonna do the 06, and I will swatch that for you. Today's a hoodie day. We actually don't have terrible weather here today in Massachusetts. I mean, it's not good weather because it's March, but it's not terrible. There is the color story. This is a topper over here. It's a little hard to see on camera. I actually have some new brushes that I bought. A friend of mine got me a gift certificate to Beautylish. You know who you are. Thank you for my gift certificate. And with that, I bought a bunch of brushes. And they're all basically like crease brushes, but I bought some synthetics. I bought some Kyotos. I bought some Ray Morris brushes, which I think some of you have been interested in. Ray Morris, first of all, they're magnetic, which I think is kind of interesting because I was like, I had them on the table and I was like, what is happening? And then I realized they're magnetic. So I actually like them. I haven't used them enough to really talk about them too much, but I am going to use them here today so you guys can see them. Yeah, I think they're really good so far. And these are synthetic. So some of you have been asking me about synthetic brushes. So I thought I would use some. I also bought a Smith brush, a Surratt brush, Kyoto brushes. I bought an Hourglass brush, also synthetic, so I could try that out. you know, just to try different brands to get a better understanding of what's out there. So we're gonna go into that brown camel shade. I know there's a lot of interest in synthetic brushes and I understand why, so I will report back on the Ray Morris and the Hourglass as soon as I have used them, but I need to do it more, because if I'm gonna give them a fair evaluation next to, say, a Chikuhodo, Hakuhodo, Koyodo, all of those, I need to use them, you know, for some period of time. But I would say, just off the cuff, from using the Ray Morris, they are incredibly soft. They feel like air. I mean, I can't even tell that they're on my eye. I mean, it's an odd sensation, actually. It feels like silk, but it does seem to deposit color pretty well. So we'll see, but I'll say that my first impressions are actually pretty good. So I talked myself out of buying a $400 Chikuhodo brush, but instead bought a bed. Now I know a lot of you are going to be like, I'm sorry, what? You did what? And that would be a good question. I'm going to go in with the gray shade and a Koyodo brush, Koyodo Series C19 brush. They call it the casual brush. I'm not sure why it's called the casual brush, but that's what it's called. So this is the gray shade. Yes, I bought a bed. So, I don't know. I'm just going on the outer corner, and I'll go back in over this, but I just want to put this down first. So my husband and I have bedroom furniture that we've had 15 years, something like that. And to be honest, I don't like it. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not really my taste. It's not really what I want. But you know, you don't go spend money on things you don't need, right? It's just like, you have a perfectly good bedroom set. There's no reason to go buy another, you know, set of furniture. But then our bed, and no ribald comments, Eileen, our bed broke. So like basically the frame, because like I said, it's an old bed and it was not that expensive. So we had to buy a new bed. And I've wanted a particular bed for quite some time. So I said, honey, are you okay with this type of bed? And he was like, yeah, I don't care. So I bought it. So instead of buying a $400 brush, I bought a bed. But I will let you guys know when we get it and what it looks like and all that good stuff. It's really pretty. Only I would be like, no, I can't spend $400 on a brush, but a bed, that makes sense. So this is the Sonia G flat definer, and I'm going in with that green shade and just kind of packing that on the lid. It's a very pretty shade, but bedroom furniture is very, like, I think, practical, right? I mean, you know, you spend a lot of time in your bed, you want it to look nice. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with that green shade and the pencil one brush and do the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the same pencil brush and go in with that gray shade and just intensify the outer corner, which I'll buff out, but I just want to kind of lay down that shade in the outer corner of the eye. I'm gonna go in with the Wayne Goss 03, buff that out a little bit. Of course, now I feel like I have to buy new sheets, so I have a new bed. I mean, you know, this makes sense, guys, on some level. I'm gonna go in with the topper shade and just my finger It's very glittery. Like, not glittery, it's very shimmery. Sorry. It's not glitter. The Suqqus don't really have like glitter. I mean, they do have glitter, I guess, but not like, you know, when I think of glitter. And then I'm just gonna go in and put a little up in the brow bone specifically. I don't wanna do that with my finger because I will get it all in my eyebrow. And then we'll put a little bit in the inner corner. It very much is a topper shade, so it really does work better on top of another shade, but as an inner corner, like, deflection of light, I think it works. Okay, so let's just see close up before I add any eyeliner or anything. Look. Okay, let me clean it up a little bit, put on some liner, mascara, and then we'll get to lips. So I forgot that one of the sample products I wanted to try is a mascara. So this is the NARS Climax mascara, and I've had this for a little while in a sample, and I have not tried it yet. So the mascara is NARS Climax, and then the lips are gonna be samples as well, because I haven't tried those. So let's go ahead and try this. I have not tried anything from the NARS Climax collection. There was a couple of things that came out. I think an eyeshadow palette, I'm not absolutely sure. So, but I realized, I was like, you know, I've had this in my sample. I have like basically a sample bag of like a whole bunch of products. Cause you know, I buy a lot of makeup, so I get a lot of samples. And you know, it's just such a waste because a lot of the time I don't try those products because I have so many new things coming in. But I was like, you know what? I should try these things. So last month I tried the YSL, I think it was Shock Mascara. And I mean, it was fine. I just didn't really like it because of the wand. The formula was okay. It just wasn't my favorite. But it was good to try because, you know, it's good to get a sample size of something like a mascara because frankly, once you open it, it goes bad really, really quickly. So this is really actually very nice. It's a fluffy, it has like a little bit of a barbell shape, but not a drastic one. It is lengthening my lashes. I feel like it's giving some volume, very fluffy. Interesting. It feels nice. It's not like too wet or too dry. That actually looks pretty nice. Let's see how it works on bottom lashes. I'm gonna say it probably is gonna be difficult to do because it's such a thick brush, but we'll try. Okay guys, what do you think? I think it looks really, really good. Huh. I might try a full size of that. I mean, I got some on my lids, but that always happens to me. Huh. Okay, that's a nice surprise because I wasn't expecting much, to be honest. All right, so next, for lips, we're gonna try the Bobbi Brown lip pencil in pink mauve. I do have Bobbi Brown lip pencils, so I have tried them before, but I haven't tried this one. And then the Bobbi Brown lip gloss in buff. I don't have any of her lip glosses. That's the lip liner and the gloss. Let's go ahead and try. There's the liner. Went on really nicely, feels really good. I actually like the shade. Pink mauve, it's good choice for me. The gloss has a minty scent and taste. And the gloss is like hard, not hard. The gloss doesn't feel, I don't know, like smooth. I like the pencil, but I'm not sure about the gloss. Okay, so overall, I'm not sure about the gloss. The pencil, I really, really like. The pencil felt good. I like the shade. I think it's a good pinky mauve, which is how it's described. The gloss feels heavy and sticky. So yeah, I'm not sure I like the gloss. I have to say it looks nice on, but it doesn't feel great. It feels heavy, which I don't like. I'll have to let it wear. Maybe it sinks in a little bit. I don't know. The Suqqu quad is beautiful. I didn't mention I used Olive Brocade as liner, Chantecaille, which is one of my favorites. I love this color story. I think it's beautiful. I've loved all the quads. So this is number 06. I think it looks really pretty on. The Clos de Peau Moon Shimmer. I think you can see the luminescence there. When I did the review of the holiday collection, I said I was not a big fan of the collection, but that I did love Clos de Peau luminizers. So I don't know if this one is still available. I'll link if it is. If it's not available, I'll link to others. Their powders, their luminizing powders are stunning. This can go all over the face, absolutely. I just used it as more of a highlight, but if you go in with a big fluffy brush and go all over your face, very similar to like the meteorites, it just gives a gorgeous glow. Beautiful. And it doesn't really have, it has a slight scent, but nothing major. The ABH foundation, like I said, I don't really think it's luminescent on me, but I do think it's like really like my skin, but better. So I do really like it. If you have dry skin like me and you're looking for something that's not super dewy, this is a good choice. And if you're more normal to oily, I think you could probably wear it. Again, it does depend on people's skin, so I don't want to say it absolutely would work, but I do really like it. The Westman Atelier Mimi blush, gorgeous, love it. When it pops up on Sephora, hopefully soon, I would highly recommend that shade. I'd recommend all the shades. I think they're just beautiful. Let's see, the new brushes, Ray Morris, I'm really liking. I'll update you all as soon as I know more. Chantecaille Radiance Gel Bronzer. It's a great bronzer, guys. I think you'll really like it if you pick it up. So I think that's it for today. And then last but not least is the mascara, which I think is a huge win. I am gonna pick up a full size of this and try it out for a while, because I really like the way that worked. I think it looks really nice. It built well. The brush was comfy. I know it sounds like an odd thing to say, but like, I don't like the prickly brushes. I always poke myself. I just do. That brush felt like very feathery. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm definitely gonna pick up a large size of that. And like I said, the gloss just feels heavy and kind of sticky. It looks nice on. It just, I don't know, I just don't like the feel of it. I'll have to feel that out. If it gets better and I really like it after a while, I'll put it in the comments. But if not, I'm gonna say at the moment, the gloss is not really my thing. Yeah, so I mean, some surprises with the mascara, and this color story for the Suqqu I think is great. I've got one more to go, 05, so I don't want to say which one's my favorite yet, but I think I know. So I think that's it for today, guys. I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope to see you in another video really soon.